know, our region, we do like to see that as well. But I mean, it's vitality.
Why is it not full screening me?
You can't.
There we go.
Just disregard them because of the powerhouse that all of these players bring to the roster.
Safe on Cypher, yeah. The Safer is out. The Safer's out. We have no Sentinel over towards Global, which is crazy. So you'd imagine a lot of fast strats.
But I want Global to get a map.
We'll see.
In that case.
Fair enough, all right.
Text,
Here we go.
thank you for that.
Global,
Shout out to you.
Vitality. Here we go. Early
Appreciate you, Nico.
Coming in from Global. They've sent out the Prowler, but back they go once again. Initial pressure, nothing much
Okay,
else.
so this was honestly, when everyone first played around on this map, this was the first wall that people thought that everyone was going to be doing. Like before we kind of put a little bit more thought into it, like this wall blocks vision, hard to hit if you just send it over towards side, so.
Dark coming down, traps are coming on through, safe needs to be able to capitalize on these team as well. Look at all the utility going over to the market at the moment. Colby going in, Russ going in there.
It's a nice overwhelm. Again, this comp is like disgusting for overwhelm. I really want to see Vitality push loads. Damn, this is kind of nice from GE. It's good discipline to actually just not face any of this. Sound is kind of weird. Sound is not great yet.
Good flash actually comes on out by Kicks, and now onto the defuse. No picks just yet. He gets towards half. It's nice for just that.
So doable. Look at the HPs.
Down to Runner, 31 HP, but the time is just ticking away. It's not going to work out.
Yeah, really nice from them. I love this play over towards middle. Once they kind of take a market, they just held towards middle. And yeah, just held on to these two positions, really. It's a good pistol in the end.
Make sure they take fight to the team. Take straight into market, find that rhythm, and make sure that the pressure from the Sentinel is non-existent. They make sure that Safe is eliminated.
Imagine a tech pull off this round balls, don't.
Rotations coming in from CT as well.
Please not.
And then they get forced into mid, but they're still able to, you know, adjust to that, spread out, wait for these last two players to actually make a move to the site, and then they move in on the back of Sound.
Okay, so we said this team's really good at going fast. Insta flash, we have a molly. We have a satchel to get timing on this. We have an eye on top of it. Damn, it's a nice hit. Again, this comp is going to be so good at overwhelm hits. That, yeah, it might be, that look hard to stop.
Well, it's going to be the post plan for just the two last members. They've got nothing on them except for maybe a couple of exits.
Definitely want to check out Vitality actually abusing. If Vitality don't push and abuse the fact that they don't have a Sentinel, then honestly GE might just rack up a lot of rounds.
What exactly is the approach? Has been extremely aggressive for the first two rounds.
Gecko's really good.
Gecko's
really good on this map. Just small ceilings for a lot of this as well, so your flash like directly up gets a lot of info on defense as well. Yeah, and they're trying to let Raze farm here so that Raze can get ult pretty early.
One comes in from Safe. I do want to note as well that they do have to be careful.
Yeah, very nice of them.
Recover.
Not too bad. One gun rebuy. I think there's double armor. That's basically it.
Really see too much of the action, but this time coming in towards the first buy round for Vitality. We'll see if they can get on the board.
Absolutely. Great entry from Colby there as well.
Yeah, the util on this was nice. They're just going to go straight up for the same rounds. I think that makes a lot of sense. Yeah, so honestly, this is just like a prove you can stop this kind of rounds. And there's only two people here this time. They do have a trip over towards side, so maybe that makes a difference. It looks like they kind of learned a little bit. They're not playing in this area after the armor flash. Yeah, Colby is super blind on here, but honestly, respect to skills, he is absolutely sending it over towards side. Yeah, the sky flash couldn't have been any better.
With these rifles, see what else you can do. Of course, Russ has used all his little buddies around him and he's now down down. Blaze King blinding fast, making just the first mentioned player, and he is stuck at the elbow at least.
Okay, would love to do damage.
So will he be able to find any more? The answer is no.
Safe. 1 HP on this. Holy. Okay, pretty nice round for Vitality in terms of it, right? So don't have to rebuy too much. Just one. There is no way GE called the same strat.
Pretty much similar similar approach that they
kind
did
of
the
like it.
first,
It failed so
2
badly
rounds
that you would
with
think that it's
aggression.
going to
This
be
time they beat on A, did
not that
find
heavy
the,
over towards A.
you know, kill that they wanted
Yeah,
because of
they
that
call
one
the same
flash that
strat.
instantly stopped them.
I mean, this
from,
is what I
Forrest
like
kicks.
to call.
A good stop from him. His one utility.
And if
was
Polvi kind
enough
of
to make
infoed
goalie
this and
sports
just
feel
said the only
uncomfortable,
reason was a
and
flash
they
hit me,
lost
then
every degree of where the opponent's going to be picking from.
So far, it's just retake territory at the moment. It seems like these B players in Vitality.
this time we don't have the trip over towards side that was here. Yeah, that's, I mean, it's a nice hit. You got to give them that. Especially makes sense with the wall to push them back. The nade over towards here, and the Prowler to see that they push the way back. Let's see what the plant's like. Plant isn't great. Could be a little bit better, so that's probably why they feel like they have to take map control.
The trade comes in with kicks. He's ready for another, and he takes down probably the most important kill. It's still man advantage.
Yeah, it's not the best plant. You kind of want to get like this or this is your plant, really.
Trailblazer sniffs out a bunch of these angles that he could be
Oh, I didn't even see we had this all.
Exactly with the thrash coming on, just for a bit of information sprays start to come on down. The satchel will actually pop off.
Satchel was a little bit late on this. Got half. He just wanted to make sure they did damage. Okay, yeah, nice retake from Vitality. Okay, twice in a row that this round fails, so G gonna have to go for something else. I respect the attempt though. They got over towards the site. It's just the fact that Wingman, this has always been my main issue with Wingman, is the plants are just never great. You want to plant over towards here, and you want to plant over towards here, and you want to look this way so that your plant is really good for like the top box over towards elbow, I think people are calling it. And you can't really do that with Wingman. So they get a plant here, it's not great, and you have to kind of swing out a lot further than you want to.
And now Global Esports are spread out thin. They've made sure that now they want to, test out the waters. Where exactly is this Vitality team going to be?
In terms of this round, yeah, so Vitality is starting to build up a lot of money. GE have to eco after this one. They go back to the actual good wall, which is cool. So they just started, I like this though, they had a game plan for the beginning, we had a wall set up for it, and now we go back into like more of a methodical wall, which once it's up, blocks vision of either side of here. They even put the smoke into it as well, so kind of using A like B on bind. No, like A on bind to create pressure.
For the Vitality squadron as well over here, but where do they expect all this utility to actually be down for safe?
That's kind of nice. The trip at least gets broken with the satchel. So they create pressure over towards here. They do a question mark. In terms of over towards A, Kicks has done a flash. Yeah, and he thinks that someone's dodging it. Everyone hides. That's nice though. And they only see the Viper. And you look at this comp and you're going to think that the Viper's the one that lurks.
Trailblazer and just look at the barrage of utility starting to come in towards the A side. You need
30 seconds left
at the moment. Sub 30 seconds to try and get the plant down. That's a good popping of the
Oh yeah, knows it. Damn respect.
Good idea, Sender down for the count. No smokes for the retake.
Someone called it though. Someone commed it with the oh boy. Oh my goodness, he was ready for 3.
Come down. The spike is at least planted. Neural theft revealing information across its skills to try and hold it down.
HPs are so low for everyone.
To try and see if he can clutch it, and no, he can't.
Safe just clutches it. 29 as well. Chat, that is brutal for their econ now. They at least got the plant, so 2 9 loss bonus on top. You might see them force into this. That round was really close. Had a lot of ults into this from everyone though. Everyone kind of understood how big this round was. Yeah, because they get the plant and a few kills.
He knows how to play the Jet, he knows how to play the Raze, he knows how to play the Cypher Killjoy as well, and he's clearly enjoying it in the first game. We're backstage right now, but we can clearly hear those Vitality players shouting at every round they win, and they're in the zone, man. They don't feel pressure.
No, not whatsoever. Of course, they had been sitting by the sidelines waiting to get in towards this one. A couple of unfortunate tech issues, but fingers crossed, touch wood, do all of the things to pray that it doesn't happen. In towards the map, of course, towards the series. And
Roman flash. Vitality decides to go aggro. They clear all of this. They create their own question mark here.
Reconsider things for a moment.
So at least looking at the last rounds, Vitality play this pretty well. So they now kind of realize as well that their A hold in terms of the site, in terms of G site, isn't great. So they can probably play a little bit more retake. We've got double info trips to the retake wall over towards A. They're just leaving to play back and try and get kills through the
There's a camera right above his head. Global Esports for the moment looking probably for a B split. I'm
What
not
camera
quite
is
sure
this in
what,
middle? Is this a different camera that I haven't
Skills
seen?
is still trying to do on A. Maybe it could be a fake, but a lot of utility being dumped on the B site here.
Nice timing on the smoke, but what a shot
Huge
from
kill.
Polvi. That's kind of ridiculous. You gotta remember that
So
this
now
is
really the
Cypher,
Fade
no
should probably
Cypher
take a
utility
timing.
really over at this
I would
B
love
site.
to see where this camera is.
Switch up for the Vitality
Oh, it's
squad.
literally next to him.
But
Oh man,
literally
Fade's got to
close.
take a
That's
timing
where
here
they're gonna
of
start
this.
to head towards. Kix is going to send the Seekers out. Now the jig's up. Everybody knows that things are going to this A site.
Yeah, here comes the ultimate flanking fast, but he's going to be instantly shut down. Safe is on this side. He's dead in the center, and he's going to get pressure from 2 different angles. Pedestrian is there to cover him up. Does not hold him off for too long. The snake bite will
Bro, 20
keep him away
seconds.
for a couple of seconds, but not much. And here
This is
comes
going to be real
Destrian
low on
straight
this
out,
one, yeah.
right through the
Destrian
smoke, and
just
Kix finds one as
insta
well.
sprays
The
him down
plant
the
might have
smoke.
gone down. No, it doesn't. Skills will get only one
10
complimentary
seconds
kill
left.
here, and Blazer King.
That's it. Round's done.
Yeah, they're going to
Yeah,
get
and they
away
call
from
it a
this. They
save.
cannot plant. They can't test that spike. It's over.
It's going to be one of the hardest
Yeah,
things as
they
well.
got to
Trying go into
so
a site you have
they
to
gotta
figure out where any of the
prioritize
side
one of
is.
these
You've also
positions a
got
bit
the
better.
Poison Cloud
Again,
going up. You've got
in
the
terms
Snake
of the
Flag.
way that
You
this
cannot
map
push through
works,
that. You would
at
be
least
dead.
in my view,
Right, so
you
a
have
little
to
bit
take one of
unfortunate
these
there
at
for
the
Global.
beginning,
You've got
in
to
my
give
mind.
credit
You
where
can
credit's
take
due.
B main
Vitality
as well,
getting the
but like the primary goal is to take
Yeah,
like
I'm not quite sure
mid,
what the game
A
plan was
market,
in
sorry,
that,
B
you know,
market
round,
or
because they
A,
went for that,
like the
you know,
front of
heavy
A.
B,
Because
push.
you
They
have
had
to
the
create the
spike
question
with
mark like
them there
that
as
you're
well,
going
right?
either one of
And Skills
these.
was lurking
And so
outside of
taking
A,
B
and he
main
was
and
trying to
middle
maybe-
itself,
I'm
even
not
though
quite
it's
sure if
good
he was
map
supposed to
control,
get in the lurk so
it
that
doesn't
Lightning
really
Fast could
change too
teleport,
much,
you know,
right?
use the
Everyone still
shadows and
holds
get there.
normal.
But it was kind of
So you
you
need
know,
to take one of these
half
positions
played
that
because
can lead
they
into
were giving
2.
out so much
So I
sound
need
towards
to
that B
see
site. The
GE
bomb almost got there.
focus on
Polvi got
one
the
of
first pick,
these
and then
positions.
suddenly comes the call of rotation. They
Because
go
at
all
the
the way,
moment,
but by the time they could reach there,
their
Vitality
whole
already
they're not
have
doing
the full
like
cavalry of
it doesn't
defense
change
waiting
anything
for
from
them,
Vitality.
and it
There's no
completely
question
just
marks. They
burnt
can
out in terms of the plan.
insta flood.
Yeah,
They
I
can
think we
always
just
be
see
in
a
the
little
same
bit
place. There's no,
less
they're
maybe
never
one-dimensional
scared of a
plays
lock
coming
or
out
anything like
from
that.
Global, you know, starting
They're just too
things off,
strong
repeating over
on
at the A
sites here, at least
Pistol
for this
over
one.
towards the B site in the very beginning. Mid-control,
This map
very
is
aggressive,
nah. This map, honestly, this map is like one of the
Blaze
best
King,
design
as you
maps in my
mentioned.
opinion.
The camera was sitting there, he
Like
eventually
the fact
saw it.
that
Yeah, it was
I think the
technical
thing
timing
that I
to,
liked is
sneak
that
up through mid,
Yeah.
when
up
I
those
watched an
stairs,
FNS
look
video,
towards the B side
he
of things,
viewed the
maybe
map
catch
slightly
two in a
different to
rotation,
like how
but
I
enough
viewed it,
time.
and Mini
Again,
viewed
the
it slightly
team
different to
hadn't
how I
really
viewed it.
decided in
And I
which
think that
way
one's
to
cool
end
when you
up
have
in that
like
round. So, high
loads
risk
of
and
people
high
have
reward, but of
different
course, if you don't,
ways of looking at the
find
map. I think it's a
an
good map.
exit strategy on that risk,
FNS thinks you have to prioritize B market, at least in the early days. He might have changed his opinion, whereas I think he had to prioritize over towards A. But in the same, but we're all kind of looking at the same thing, that you have to prioritize one of these because it leads into 2. So it is like kind of the same thing. Nilzinho, what's up? Nilzinho, where are my rights for K-Corp and Heretics? What's going on here, Nil? I set you an assignment, and you're just chilling in the airport.
Win condition kind of ultimates, and for the moment they're going to explore mid, and I like this approach from them. They're finally going in to see something new, but the camera from Safe is still there as well.
Mixwell has it. Brilliant. Thank you for that.
Over towards the A side of the map as well. They have noticed no one is there for Global. They can start to get a little bit more focus in towards mid. Kix is just being a safeguard of that, making sure no one sneaks towards enemy.
So this is a little bit better, right? They create the question mark over towards here. There's a timing now that they could have taken over towards here, so that Viper has to be looking at spawn, which means the B is now weaker. What?
Lightning Fast takes him down, but Destro is there to cover him up. One for him. He gets blinded out. Three players peeking, and that's Lightning Fast with the second.
They're all coming in through mid as well. Vitality, they need to pick up the scrap. There are weapons down. There are weapons pilfered towards the side of Boba. The push is on a runner to try and see if he can bring
Oh
something
my
back.
goodness.
Kix right now, and they do it
Oh man,
nicely.
I mean they had a
Okay.
good it was much better in terms of like the macro actually like creating question marks over towards here, so the Viper's more scared of defenses. Viper has to run into this angle, and yeah, it looks like a split from 3 positions instead of just 2. What on earth was going on there with Safe, bro?
Bring down the person right across the hall when he's got one right next to his face.
Oh, we didn't get to see it.
A little bit of entertainment.
Do you reckon it was I wonder what model he uses. It could have been gun model, isn't that bad?
Pressure starts to build up for Global. They're potentially seeing a world in which Vitality can get up to that 6th round.
You're saying gun model as well? Yeah, that's what I think. Dude, Instaficial? Holy. Harsh, thank you so much for the 6 months. Appreciate the prime, bro. Thank you very much, dude. Oh boy, that's a double. Wait, it didn't hit runner. Oh my god. Oh my god, he holds so strong.
He's given enough in terms of hitting 2 people, and Russ takes that fight alone against 2 more. Globally,
honestly, I thought he got hit. I really thought he got hit.
Vitality are
Oh bro, it is crumbling. They only won a pistol and
This is turning out to be quite the detriment.
That is quite an unfortunate crash, all things considered. If it gets both of those players, absolutely a different story to be told. At least for the beginning of this round here. But you still got to remember, the shots have to come through from Runner. And he's able to find two. Destrian catches Polby at the end there as well, pushing in towards B main. So that was off screen. But
yeah, I mean, Runner did fantastic. That's kind of all we can really point out now.
I understand the game.
Money low again for GE. Another important round.
Convincingly to Vitality a couple of times. You want to try and catch them off guard. You would expect two players to come in from the elbow. If you catch both of them, you're guaranteeing yourself a high success rate for the round.
Yeah, absolutely. Now they're walking in towards A. Want to probably play a little bit of contact, it seems. Runner's actually changed up his...
so we're just seeing straight up A retake again. I think we still got the Viper smoke back here. Yeah, and again, it's just a retake. They just go... So they have two setups in terms of Vitality. Heavy A, Heavy B. On the Heavy B, they just take main control. They have a really strong... in terms of Vitality, they have a really strong setup to just retake here, so they should be fine giving up the site.
Down, now he doesn't. Runner takes one, Safe gets one another, and now one after the other. Global Esports.
Damn, the dog's down on top of this as well. This is a slaughter, bro. And they popped the Viper ult.
Oh boy.
Plant is up though. Skills has the pit activated.
Last player standing.
But he can't quite
Wait, Runner looks good though. How the hell is he winning that?
And they know with that pit there, there's just a couple of positions and Skills can be. He has to do something ambitious. But unfortunately, shut down by Sender. There is the half, at least secured for Vitality right now. But this defensive side
yeah, Neil, let me know, bro. Let me know if it's cool or not.
Yeah,
it's all good if it's not, man. Don't
actually breaking out this defense.
Don't like
Vitality, the best thing that they're
ruin yourself if you're gonna try and get the rights, but it'd be cool to have him.
They've got Save playing on B first couple of rounds, and they put him on A, and he's ready. He's got, you know, Runner with him a couple of times. Kicks is making sure that he's keeping information tabs on every part of the map, flashing out towards mid, flashing out towards B main. So this Vitality team is well prepared, clearly.
Yeah. Very prepared on holding these sites as well. Either pushing
respect,
main,
no.
pushing B main, expecting
the best
B,
man on the case.
Going in these extremities as well, because
okay, another big round. We're going aggro over towards A again. That's just a straight up duel. Safe is absolutely giving it, by the way. Peeks that with a Cypher.
If the duel for Polvy can be won in B main, that would actually be really enticing for Global to go towards B. But they're going to be expecting a creep up from A main.
What's the timing like on this?
Coming in, the first one gone down. Skills, he's expecting another. He knows one's close by, but does he get one more? No, he doesn't. The wide peak from Runner, and Destrian finds one as well. And down goes the Viper Spit as Destrian is making sure that this B side is a fortress for himself.
Yeah, it's blockade. You cannot go through this. The decay will take you down, and the Snake's Bite will end you. You have to try and renegotiate this scenario. No paranoia from
Man, he's looking so good after that fast kill. It's still kind of looking good. They've damn. That's a mad.
Can't quite navigate anything
Spike down mid.
These are two split 1v1 duels at the moment from both respected pairs.
That's crazy that flash didn't hit him.
The wrong way.
Don't, boss man, don't be doing that, Destrian. Not today, surely. Okay, they do get around. They do get around. I felt like a lot of that came from the fast kill at middle though. Like Safe absolutely sent it middle with a Cypher, and then it all fell apart. Safe goes down middle. It's weak over towards everywhere on the map, so they have to get info. So 3-person push the smoke.
And eventually, the push came in. The aggression from Vitality gets played out, and now it is going to be Vitality who are going to try to maybe be a little bit more reactive. And I believe that Global Esports need a more solid mid-round.
Yeah, you talk about reaction. That was not bad from Global to realize what was happening in the of that round. Back and forth. Right now, Polvy a little bit too extended, not tradable from any teammates on towards the gets away with that.
The cast is quieter now. Let me turn this up a bit.
Momentum from Global anymore towards this B site. Rotations have come for Vitality. Everything to be thrown at this one from Global Esports. I might add there towards the site. Showstopper is here as well for Runner.
Tell you what, Runner looks good.
In this round, and you can't continue anymore if you are Global. Skills is going to get himself towards the A side, but this spike needs to make its way over.
Yeah, absolutely it does, and it is going to.
What I'm watching from Global here is it feels like maybe they haven't practiced this map too much. I know they have a stand-in, so there's that also.
Of a time delay if Blaziking is going to try and maybe sell out a fake here. Not quite sure how much Vitality would buy into this because they've actually left that A side on retake. And look at how passive they are. They're making sure that they don't give out anything towards that A side. Skills has been given this for free, but at most this is just utility being wasted for them because Vitality have got this under control all day long.
Yeah. Plants on down, but it is a 3 versus 5 at the end of the day. You've got no real ability to use. You're just going to try duels out into a squad of the Vitality.
What the hell? Desha must be like, what the hell is going on? He's in middle. Holy. These aim duels are not pretty, chat.
Yeah, I'm not quite able to understand what exactly is the role of each member on GE here, like in terms of gameplay, because as the initiator, we're seeing Blaziking lurk, on mostly more than half the rounds that he's played as the Fade, because he's got utility.
Slick game, yeah, bro. It's looking like me in TDM, dude.
With the Gecko utility can actually open up the site a lot more better. They can get a little bit more aggressive, but at the same time, Vitality are reading it really well. They know that Global's always got one lone.
Okay, Povi has all last round potential.
Need to see something different from Global. Want to see it work out. Last round of the half, though, Showstopper is available. We've got some
bro, they use so much util. Oh my, dude, Runner has been popping though, chat. That is for sure the takeaway at the moment. Runner has been popping. I'm telling you for sure, they haven't practiced this map much because it doesn't make sense that their B main take uses so much util when they can just clear everything with one prowler. Or a Fade Eye that goes like at the back here.
You've got Runner just absolutely, like you mentioned, plucking you straight out of the sky.
So yeah, they could have got a little bit unlucky and they've just been exposed early with this map. Well, maybe their defense is better. They at least had a set A hit.
I love the fact that Vitality are, taking in this probably in a more fun way than they would have probably thought, because Global Esports clearly have a little bit of a problem in terms of their composition, at least in my opinion, right? They've got no Sentinel. They had nobody to watch their backs, and Vitality exposed that so many times, pushing B main,
shaved his head,
main, and they got so much control. When Global Esports, they knew that GE are going to be rushing into most of the sites.
I mean, just look at the ACS difference, man.
That's such a savage side by side. Oh my goodness. Yeah.
I mean, he's attempting it.
Is a little bit harsh because I mean maybe the Rays can farm more on defense. We'll see. I think you will see slightly in this year the kind of like entries against ciphers should have like worse stats than before, just because the ciphers make it a bit of a nightmare. So people's attack sided stats, at least on like the entry duelist, should take a bit of a hit. So that's why this can look kind of brutal. Vitality looks like they got better. This is nice, honestly. Like this performance already looks very exciting. This is worrying me. I'm not gonna lie. But I think he feels like they've already won, and that's why he's doing some madness.
Coming into tier 1,
I'm not entirely sure.
He's had a gap. He was on Mad
Daxalotto, thank you so much for the 11 months, bro. Thank you very much, bro.
But he's been
appreciate the tier 1.
And now he's needing to prove himself in the Pacific, starting off, of course, against Vitality, which hasn't been the greatest of starts.
No, not the greatest whatsoever. But we'll see what they can do. Runner on towards Polby yet again in the head-to-heads. Runner is winning.
Runner looks incredible.
And that looks a little bit awkward from Destrian, but he's managed to take Lightning Fast down to 5 HP in the mix.
Oh boy. Well, once again, Global Esports on the back foot. Lightning Fast gone down to 5 HP. He can barely stay alive if he, even if he gets blown away by a bullet through the wall. the classic, he's gonna die, and that's exactly
Chat,
why
people just might not follow the scene as close, man. It's not his fault.
The A site, I mean, has already been taken control of.
These sort of scenarios, you got to take a risk, you got to take a gamble stack for Global. 2 on the B site, hope that they walk in towards your crosshairs. If Lightning Fast can get them,
Chat, let's try to keep the conversation on the game there, yeah.
Fall away, but the A site already overwhelmed for the Vitality members. Going to call for the rotations. Definitely going to be a difficult retake for Global, that's for sure.
Dude, they got to win this retake and they got nothing.
Definitely
They got Omen Flash and Fade Eye. That's it that they have to combo well.
Win this pistol round and follow up on the next one as well. Otherwise, they're practically done for. Vitality are just singing, dancing, and enjoying this party through and through. And Runner, he's looking for more.
Yeah, they don't have set.
He goes for the third,
they don't have set
but
retake
gets
util.
another for him. And Runner will have to settle with a 4K
Runner is
as Global Esports only will find themselves going down by 7 rounds.
Yeah, Chef's Kiss, those first 2 kills
19 to 7.
Essentially sealing majority of this round. You get towards the side where it's open territory and the smokes. I mean, they're not a brick wall at the end of the day. See what you can do to dance around them. Get the kills, get the pistol, Vitality double digits. No answer back.
The VIT util on defense.
What feels like not only this
what are we doing at the moment?
But a lot of the
But was it smoke wall that I saw? It's a retake wall, so you're never going to use it until. Oh, okay, wait.
Absolutely.
So it's similar thing on this one, retake wall as well. It does block mid at the beginning if you want to pop that. What about kicks so far, Bright? We've seen like 14 rounds, and he hasn't been tested, man, straight up. Like, his util's been good, the adaptation over towards the fast A was good. Other than that, I can't say too much.
Did try to take A control as well, but they've lifted that back as well, and now they're in a bit of a mix.
They pulled rotations. It's turning into a 3-1-1 at the moment for Global Esports. Blaze King in mid, Lightning Fast at A. He wants to get some smokes down to assist. They have to wait for the time.
Damn, these casters are so quiet.
Reimbursed. Where the explosion will start to come out.
In-game sounds kind of loud.
Everybody just getting in, pulling off lines. Chaos about to.
I was rust on this.
And a single right click, I think. That is ridiculous, but isn't going to be enough for the round.
That is so much damage. 46, 21, 21. Imagine a right click here. Oh my god.
Looking the wrong way. The heals are out from kicks immediately to get Sender back on up with 22 HP on Lightning Fast. He's tucked at the pillar. This is a good angle for kicks to be holding. Does not have to budge his crosshair whatsoever, but he's going to start to fall on back and ill times.
Cover going
Still alive. Name of the game.
That was unlucky. They honestly, they actually nearly did this.
Down at 11 for Vitality. This bridge draws ever so close to the falling.
Yeah, it most certainly does. This is not, of course, as close as it was in the final map of Genji versus
true.
Rippers.
Yeah, that's true.
But this is still something that.
Okay,
Global
maybe maybe 11-3 Fnatic Curse.
A whole lot more as well,
Holding out a lot of hope.
Cake,
I'm telling you, after watching that A retake that they did on the pistol with too busy util, I think they haven't practiced so
if at
much.
all they want to make a historic comeback in the first ever game that they're going to be playing with this new roster. But it all begins with them finding this round.
I mean, it's a stacked round as far as Vitality is concerned as well. They go into it with a whole bunch of rifles and just safe down on towards the Sheriff and playing on the Cypher. We don't necessarily need to even see him engage in the action immediately for his team.
True.
No overextension from Global in towards the main at the moment, so it's going to be a bit of a surprise if the pop is here.
Yeah, they have no sentinel. Like, how are they meant to hold B?
A bit of a defensive setup, but he still goes down. He was confused about what side to peek. And Povey and Russ do get 2 trades back though. And there's another one from Blazing King.
I guess like that with a fast rotate.
And Russ wants this for himself, and the IGL will get it. A breath of fresh air from
Well, it's just a bonus though, pretty good bonus still in terms of Vitality, like in terms of the actual buy. They didn't do too much damage though, so relatively nice from GE. The issue now is Runner is 1 away and Ross is 1 away. So honestly, the orbs at the moment now become huge.
But it's on the bonus, right? It's not where you've got all of
especially on a round where lots of people can't buy next.
I mean, even this round, you technically don't have all your equipment if you're looking
it'd be 2-4. Anyway.
Primary rifles, Senders down on towards
Okay, now we get to see Vitality's fast, so A control doing just a 4-1. I would like to also see that we break this camera.
Oh, here comes the force once again towards the A side. Lightning Fast does have his IGL right next to him to support him. A crossfire maybe set up, but no, they go for the peek, and he goes alone. Lightning Fast is away,
Oh,
and the
man,
paranoia
that
comes out
is
too
some
late. And Runner,
disconnect.
he's predicted it all too well. Safe gets another towards mid, and Global Esports completely disarrayed, disconnected, and at the most probably destroyed on this map of Sunset.
I mean, hardly even touched as well. Great crosshair placement, great reactions to come through from Runner, and just a great shutdown of a round. You have to see just a blessing go towards Blue
Last
for
player
the remainder of this
standing.
round.
It's a nice flash in the end.
Blaze King does what he can. Only good for one at the end. He'll take down Runner, which, I mean, that is something. But a 1 versus 4 to turn it into something absolutely spectacular now. Safe is still looking after you. And he'll
My
be
worry
able to
is that was like
there's
relatively
12 on the
simple
board for
combo that they
Vitality.
could have just
Their
done
map
here.
pick of choice
Like if the
next
Gecko
door.
flash hits anyone, then you Omen flash.
Oh
Like
boy.
that should be
Match
real
point
easy to like
12-4.
communicate.
This is not, I'm pretty sure, what
And
the
it- and
crowd
even that
and
wasn't
the
there.
entire, you know,
Okay, 8
audience
chances
watching back
for
at
some.
home were expecting. Global Esports have
8 chances and
unfortunately not been
1-1
able
in
to
terms
stand
of
up or
pistols
do
as well. This
practically
has been a little
anything
bit
for that
brutal.
matter in this,
Just Val, thank you so
map
much
of
for the 9
Sunset, and
months
I
as
really
well, mate.
hope
Good
that,
to see
you
you,
know,
dude.
they're gonna say, all right, let's just go
Old
next.
schooler.
We've got another map coming in. We've got our map coming in, Breeze. But before that, there is one
Oh,
more
we
round of
nade
probable
combo?
pain that can come their way, unless, of course, we've got Polvi.
And rocket in as well. Polvi at least able to find two. A
Oh
counter rocket
my
actually.
god, Polvy's
Polvi
done great on this
going
though.
above.
We were kind of everywhere.
But will it actually
One
still
enemy
work out?
remaining.
Yes, it might. Russ on towards Destrian and now Toll onto Runner. They already know his location. He does have those paint shells. He's going to buy a little bit of time for the peek up. All of the D members lined up.
Okay, really nice run from Polvi.
will be the one to end it.
Gonna have to
Four
see more of
paint
that.
load.
We'll count it down. 8 chances down to
Another
7.
round for Global
Felt like
Esports,
Vitality
something
just
to
wanted to
cling
try
on
out
to,
one of
but
their
they're
fast
still
strats,
more than
honestly.
half the world away from where they need to be.
Maybe they had too many ults
Vitality
that they were going
in
up against, so
pretty
they
much,
wanted
you know,
to
total
exec as well,
comfort
not get
here.
exec
They can
on.
afford to even lose a couple of rounds, but I'm pretty sure they want to end this game as soon as possible. They're feeling the confidence running through their veins, and the one thing that's worked out really well for them is the fact that Global Esports
Was
are
this safe
actually
that was in
kind of
Liquid?
tripping
Yeah.
over their own feet. You know, those
Same
crossfires
dude.
that we just saw between Russ and Lightning Fast towards
Same
A
dude,
main,
different
where
team,
Russ
different
peeked out
role.
with his flash, but Lightning Fast kind of
Technically his old role at the moment.
It's kind of not in the right mix for them right now.
Yeah. I mean, Global don't have the right runners on.
Because he was
what
Sentinel
Vitality's
for a
got
bit in
here.
Guild.
Safe does have the neural theft coming in towards this round, so if the kill does present itself, all the information given on over from Global could be what undoes them. A bit of a spot up, a lot of them mid at the moment from
God,
Vitality.
this is normally hard to pull off. Like I know see this is actually my issue with some teams in this map. I feel like some teams
Yeah, they've got
some
the
teams
first
look
two
at
picks
mid
that they
here,
needed, the
and
duelist
just
and
because
one of
most
the
time
main
in like
controllers has
some of
been
these
shut down. Eventually,
other
yes,
maps,
Sentinel
you
skills
should
has left the server
should
for this,
like
and I think
retake mid
this
or punish
might
mid.
be just
I
it.
think the
Blaze
way
King,
that the
though,
map
he's
is
still
designed
keeping
in terms
hopes
of this
alive.
choke point
He
being
gets
too
one,
long and this
and now
choke
the
being
A side to
choke
be the
point being
fight,
too long,
of
that a
their
retake
lives.
over
Global
towards
Esports on
middle
map
is just
Sunset.
way too risky in my books. Like I've actually never seen one pull off, but I get why teams do them because like you think you should be doing them 'cause that's what you do on other maps, but you gotta treat every map differently. Oi, that is a shot. This kid's crazy good though.
He's looking to end this map with an ace.
This kid
Will
is
it be
crazy
given on
good.
over by Destrian?
He's just annihilated them. Like he's one of the reasons this looks so one-sided.
Just to reveal where his opponents are playing from, the toxic string goes up. The defuse can't quite be there just yet. Can't see the target. Has to go in towards this one. Is so paranoid, it feels, on where he wants to sing the wingman, but now they know the time is ticking and Runner closes it with the
That's a
ace.
nice
That
way
is
to end it. That's a bit of a
spectacular
statement from
start
him.
To Runner under the Vitality banner.
Yeah.
What a game from these boys right here. Absolute